Hello everyone. Welcome to IAS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1. Consider the following statements about GST Council. 1. The GST Council, a joint forum of the centre and the states, was set up by the President as per Article 259A(1) of the amended Constitution. 2. It is considered as a unitary body. 3. The recommendations of the GST Council are binding on Union State. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is D. It is considered as a federal body where both the centre and the states get due representation. The GST Council, a joint forum of the centre and the states, was set up by the President as per Article 279A(1) of the amended Constitution. The Goods and Services Tax regime came into force after the Constitutional 122nd Amendment Bill was passed by both Houses of Parliament in 2016. More than 15 Indian states then ratified it in their state assemblies, after which the President gave his assent. The Council, according to Article 279, is meant to make recommendations to the Union and the states on important issues related to GST, like the goods and services that may be subjected or exempted from GST, model GST laws. It also decides on various rate slabs of GST. The recommendations of the GST Council are not binding on Union State. Question to consider the following statements about solar shooting stars. 1. The solar shooting stars are massive clumps of plasma that plummet to the sun's surface at incredible speeds. 2. Also call it a massive rain of fireballs that play a key role in heating up the corona, the outermost part of the sun's atmosphere. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. Both. D. None. The answer is C. Scientists believe that this discovery could help solve the mystery of why the corona, the outermost part of the sun's atmosphere, is hotter than the layers beneath it. Because generally, solar models predict that the sun should become hotter as we move closer to its core, but the corona defies this theory. Question 3. Consider the following statements about Santa Fe frog. 1. Largely unknown to science, is found only in southern Australia. 2. The frog is under threat as its habitat, the dry charco, is cut down. 3. Most frogs attract a mate by calling loudly from a pond, stream or swamp. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. The frog is under threat as its habitat, the dry charco, is cut down. The dry charco is a large expanse of forest and dusty plains straddling parts of Bolivia, Argentina, and Paraguay. The forest has one of the deforestation rates on the planet. Most frogs attract a mate by calling loudly from a pond, stream, or swamp. The scientists found the male frogs emerge at nightfall and then hop back down their burrows with interested females. Largely unknown to science, is found only in Argentina, Bolivia, and Paraguay. Question 4. What is Naegleria fowleri? Recently in news. 1. Commonly known as brain-eating bacteria. 2. It is a single-cell organism found in a warm freshwater environment such as lakes, hot springs, and even in poorly maintained swimming pools. 3. The bacteria enters the body through the nose and travels to the brain, leading to a severe and usually fatal brain infection known as primary amoebic meningoencephalitis (PAM). How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. Commonly known as brain-eating amoeba. Only one species of Naegleria, Naegleria fowleri, infects people. The amoeba enters the body through the nose and travels to the brain, leading to a severe and usually fatal brain infection known as primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, PAM. Although the amoeba becomes vulnerable in its maturing or trophozoite phase, as a cyst it becomes resistant to its environment. It grows best at temperatures above 46 degrees Celsius. Although trophozoites are killed rapidly by refrigeration, cysts can survive even extreme cold. Warm water temperatures, particularly during the summer months, create favorable conditions for the amoeba's growth. Poorly maintained swimming pools or contaminated water sources increase the risk of exposure. Activities like diving or jumping into warm freshwater bodies can force water up the nose, providing an entry point for the amoeba. Question 5. Consider the following statements about Global Crisis Response Group, GCRG. 1. The GCRG is overseen by the Champions Group. 2. It comprises heads of states and heads of governments of Bangladesh, Barbados, Denmark, Germany, Indonesia and Senegal. 3. The GCRG will help decision makers to mobilize solutions and develop strategies to help countries address the interlinked crisis with food, energy and finance. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. Question 6. With reference to Union Ministry of Education's Performance Grade Index, PGI, for the year 2021 to 2022 report released recently, consider the following statements. 1. Kerala and Karnataka emerged as the best performers in school education across indicators such as learning outcomes, equity and infrastructure. 2. The PGI grades states and UTs in 5 categories. 3. For the learning outcomes and quality indicator, the ministry has assigned 240 points compared to 180 last year, and for infrastructure, 190 points, up from 150 last year. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. Chandigarh and Punjab emerged as the best performers in school education across indicators such as learning outcomes, equity and infrastructure. The PGI grades states and UTs in 10 categories. Punjab and Chandigarh have been placed in the 6th grade of the index. The PGI grades states and UTs in 10 categories. No state or UT could make it to the top 5 grades. Chandigarh and Punjab are on Prachesta -2 level, for which a state should score between 641 to 700 out of total 1000 points. Following them, there are 6 states and UTs at the level below. Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, Delhi, Puducherry, and Tamil Nadu have been placed at the 7th level Prachesta 3 with a score between 581 to 640 points. Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Mizoram are placed at the bottom of the pile with a score between 401 to 460, Akanshi 3. Last year, the top performing states Kerala, Punjab, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh had scored between 901 and 950 points out of 1000. This year, the ministry reassigned weightage to the existing parameters and introduced a new one, acknowledging that the PGI assessment was heavily tilted towards indicators related to governance processes rather than the quality indicator. Question 7. Consider the following statements about Taylor Glacier. 1. It is an Antarctic glacier. 2. It bleeds crimson red drool from its tongue. 3. First discovered in 1911 by a British expedition to the continent. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only one. B. Only two. C. All three. D. None. The answer is C. First discovered in 1911 by a British expedition to the continent, researchers had been confused up until now as to what could be the cause of bleeding from the blood falls. Question 8 with reference to Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, consider the following statements. 1. Entrepreneurship promotion through self-employment and talent utilization. 2. To provide a platform where innovative ideas are generated. 3. Established under Ministry of Labor and Employment. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only one. B. Only two. C. All three. D. None. The answer is B. Government of India has established Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, including self-employment and talent utilization, SETU, in Niti Aayog. Thank you everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVE to join Unacademy.